Hey YouTube world, I'm going to do a little video for you on how to choose the right size generator if you're looking for one. Now, I'm not an expert, but I'm going to share with you what I know. And I found out what I know is more than a lot of people that are selling these things. This is my little Stormcat portable generator that I bought at Harbor Freight Tools a while back now. I think they retail for about $130. This thing was on sale for $89. This is a great little generator for $89. It's a little two-stroke, a little noisy, a little smoky because it's a two-stroke, but hey, for $89, it's a little champion. If you want to see this thing run, go and check out the video that I did. I had this thing running, plugged in a shop vac, and you'll see how it performs. What I'm going to talk about in this video, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, is a couple of basic things that you need to know and what you're looking for if you're going to look for a generator. The reason I'm doing this is when I did the review on this thing, I remembered a time where I was walking through the Home Depot. There was a display of generators, a really nice old couple looking and trying to decide what they needed. The salesman that was helping them didn't know his stuff, okay? So these people had a couple of very important questions and this guy couldn't answer them. So, you know, it was pretty tough. They wanted a generator that was going to run their furnace so they could stay warm here in the United States, here in central Pennsylvania, if the power went out. The other thing that was important to them was they had a little bit of a problem with water getting into their basement during heavy rain, so they had a sump pump. They wanted to know what size generator they needed. And as I said, the salesman didn't know his stuff. So I'm going to try and cover this real simple. If you look at generators, their output is measured in watts, okay? So for small appliances, TVs, toasters, hairdryers, not a problem. It's basic math. You've got 800 watts here, constant, 900 as a maximum. If the toaster, for example, is 700 watts, you know you're good to go. When you start talking about central air conditioning, window air conditioners, fridges, freezers, furnaces, sump pumps, all that stuff is going to be measured in amps, okay? Like on this drill. And this is a small, cheap, nasty drill. It's still measured in amps, all right? So you might be thinking, well, the generator's talking watts. This is in amps. What am I going to do now? It's really simple, okay? You take the voltage of the country you're in. Here in the United States, we run on 120 volts, okay? You take voltage, multiply that by the amps on the label of the machine, and that will give you the watts, okay? So here we got 120 volts, 6.3 amps, if I can get in on that. So, real simple, 120 volts times, so 120 times 6.3 equals, if I can avoid the glare for you, there we go, 756 watts. That's what the drill is. That's the current that the drill needs to operate, converted into watts. Now we're talking a language you can understand. All right, 756 watts for the drill, 800 watts the generator as a constant it's going to put out, so we know the generator is going to run the drill. It's that simple, okay? So if you're looking for a generator, run around your house, make a list of the stuff that's important to you that you might want to run at one time as a maximum. Keep in mind, you don't have to run everything at once, and not everything will run at once. The fridge and the freezer will cycle on and off. It doesn't run constant, okay? But make a list of what you're going to need to run. If you've got a big enough budget and you just want to plug it in and forget it, add up everything. Keep in mind, you can get away with a smaller unit if you want to play around a little bit. Run the freezer. When it stops running, unplug it, run the fridge. If you're happy to go back and forth like I would be happy to, fine, you can get a smaller unit. But all you need to do is make a list of everything you want to run, write it down in amps, do that conversion into watts, then you're going to know what you need. Two small factors you're going to need to remember. Let's say you come up with, your list comes up to 2,000 watts, okay? I would look for a generator 50% more than that, so half on top again. So if you come up with 2,000, I would go out and buy a 3,000 watt generator, and here's why. You don't want to run 2,000 watts on a 2,000 watt generator all the time, you're going to kill the thing, all right? So I would allow 20% more just for that. 2,000 watts, 20% takes you to 2,400 watts, okay? But then you've got a little thing called start up load on electrical appliances. If you take this drill, for example, when it's running, it pulls 6.3 amps. But when I first hit that trigger, it's going to pull a lot more than 6.3 amps to get that little motor turning. Once it's turning, 6.3. But that could be 8 amps to get it going. So that's what they call startup load. So if you add 50% or half as much again to the number you come up with, you're going to be covered for startup load, and you know you're not going to be running your generator at full maximum capacity all the time. All right, guys, thanks very much. As I said, I just wanted to share that with you. I just remembered that little story of the old folks. So as I said, I'm not an expert, but I just wanted to share with you what I do know. Thanks.